go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say, indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Today's stream topic is about getting lost in the sauce. What does that mean, you ask? I don't know, actually, to be completely honest. But while cooking food for my family last night, I had this light, kind of illuminating the meat. And there was a container with some of the basting sauce that I was putting on the meat. And then I saw this beetle in the sauce. And he looked like he was having a bad time. I did take him out of the sauce, but when I spotted him, it looked like he was lost in the sauce, right? Like visually seeing this entity, this beetle, like trying to find his way out of this thick medium, and it's like pulling on him, and he's like stuck and he's having a hard time moving his little limbs, and he's having a hard time trying to just escape it. I felt a deep sense of like, oh, this is what it means to be lost in the sauce, right? That in my mind, I articulate that getting lost in the sauce is when life is so overwhelming, so sticky, so thick that you have a hard time seeing your way through it, right? You have a hard time seeing the other side. You have a hard time knowing if or when you will escape. And I feel that is what getting lost in the sauce is. And the only way to not get lost in the sauce is to take a step back, to realize that you're in the sauce, to realize that this thickness that you're trying to traverse through isn't everywhere, right? That the sauce isn't everywhere, that there is places where there's less thickness as well, where you will get less stuck, if we will. I'm going to unlock this tablet so I can read your friend's message, and I'm gonna show you something that I caught. Come here, little friend, come here. Come here, Amy. I want to show you to the people. This is really fine, bro. It's not that scary, oh. It's not that scary. Come on, dude. It's not that bad. No, don't trip out so much. Look at that snack. Little snacky. Yeah. You got snackers. This is an egg eater. They eat exclusively eggs. And now I am holding him. I want to keep him, technically. Technically, I want to keep him because they're egg eaters, right? Like if there's an animal that is super easy to deal with when it comes to feeding schedules, it's one of these. Because they only eat eggs. I wish I got this little dude when he was already big, so I can feed him chicken eggs. Then I would have 100% kept him. But since he's this small, I'm going to have to feed him for like the next 2 years with like finch eggs, like small little baby finch eggs. And I don't know if I want to do that, right? Specifically for the fact that I don't really want to invade finch nests, right? I don't really want to do that. Not for 2 years. I might have been willing to do it for like a few months, but 2 years, that's a long time to be a finch robber. But it's nice to hold Schnecky right now, at least. Look at my live jewelry, my bangles. Toasty Malosty, it's nice seeing you. We have Joy Vive and Jovan and Sam and Joe Schmo too. The other half of this is that this little motherfucker was in place. He literally was not meant to be in nor designed to. Technically, this is true. He was right here on this patio, technically close to the door. If I didn't save him, the dogs would have eaten him. That is technically the reality that was awaiting this little Schnecky. And then I saved it. It did this cool thing where it was like curling itself up into itself, and it would like rub its like body against itself, making this like creepy ass sound. Like it was intimidating me for a second, and then I chillaxed once I realized, he's not gonna do anything to me. He might bite me, but it's not gonna hurt. Unless your ass is in a volcano, you're gonna be fine. True. Switch from Malte Martin's live handpan stream to Meltmore's live heart song stream. Bless. Another lovely transition. Handpans are so pretty. I want one as well. I want the handpan. I want the hand flute. You know, is it a hand flute? Those are the little pipes. What's a handpan? You don't know a handpan? I think you'd like it actually, Joy Vive. Go and Google. That's gonna be the best way for you to figure it out. You'll have to see it. Little snacky. So cute. I freaking love snacks so much. Right? The fact that this is a living entity that does that, right? Isn't that surreal to you? Did you find it so creepy? To be a living entity, but to be Schneck. To be Danger Noodle. You ain't got no limbs, ain't got no arms. And yet you still continue. Look up Malte Martin Meditation 11. It's probably the best example of a handpan. You'll like it, but you have to hear it, right? Like I can tell you a handpan is a piece of like I think sheet metal that gets bent into a curve that has another piece of sheet metal fitted to it that is also bent into a curve, and then that piece of sheet metal has like other curves put into it, different curves, and then those different curves make different sounds as you hit them with your fingers, right? But that doesn't make the handpan sound any. This doesn't make any handpan sound. You'll have to go and look for yourself. So pretty. I wanted to learn for a very, very long time. $2,000 for an instrument hurts me though. That's where I find pause as well, bro. Like this kalimba, I paid $40 for this kalimba. 40 daras, right? And like look at that wood texture. Right? Like I can justify paying $40 for this little instrument. And I'm happy that I did. I'm not paying $2,000 for a handpan right now though. Just ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'll play someone else's, for funsies, but for myself, I doth not think so. I am looking at one of those little fluties. Hey Google, can you show me a hand flute? Is this what I'm looking for? Where you going, Schnick? Where you going, bro? Where you going? Pan flute. I want to buy myself a pan flute. Where you going, bro? Where you going? Where you going? I want to get myself one of these. But this thing is freaking 6,500 rand as well. Apparently, the original price was 16,000 rand. That's like $800. I am not paying $800 for that thing either. I am sorry. It looks really good. It looks really good, but I'm not paying that much for it. Pan flute. Let's see if I can find one for cheaper. Pan flute. Some of them are like $80. This one is like $80, but it looks bad in comparison. The other one just looks good. Ideally, I would like, to buy one from someone who makes them themselves. Like in my mind, the ideal dream is like there's someone that artisanally makes these things and absolutely adores the process of making them. And then I can buy from them their hard work. I just opened one, but it seems it's not working. Okay. Are we gonna free this little schnecky? What do you think? Are we freeing him or her? Are we gonna say goodbye to the schnecky? I don't know where to put them though. It didn't manage to find its way all the way here. That's the thing, so It ought to be fine, right? Let's go put her away. It is gonna start raining soon, little dudette, little duder. So it might be a bit uncomfortable. Let me move my light out of the way. Let's go put you away. There you go, little snacky. Good luck to you, dear friend. May you find all the eggs and maybe meet again. Maybe I'll get myself a snake one day, but yeah. Responsibilities. Let me come back to chat. There we go. Hello, Zana. Bless you. It's nice seeing you. In Legend of Zelda, you have to play the cows a song to make them happy, to give you milk. Maybe we can apply that here. Apparently the cows like music, weirdly enough, Sam. So I don't actually think it's that far off. Let me get some light on my face because this looks very, very poorly exposed. Oh, suddenly. It's better, but it ain't perfect. They're very expensive, yeah. It's high quality, high precision percussion instruments. Yep. Like the high precision is the thing. Like you're not making one in your apartment nilly-willy, right? Like that ain't happening kind of vibe. That's what you're paying for. It takes a lot of time and meticulous effort to make one. They're definitely expensive. Those artisanal videos of metal workers making them makes my brain go brr. I also really enjoy those videos. Watching people work with their hands and make things. Like I had like a deep trip with that as well, Toast, during my New Year's experience, you know, where I was like thinking about handmade things. Like I was holding on to the stones that Joy Vive sent me, right? And I was like thinking about the significance of physical things and like the quality of the physical things that we want in our lives and the effort that people put in, time. Like there was this one thing with Hilda where her aunt makes these charms, and those charms take time to make, right? And because they take time to make, it's almost like an anti-spell, right? Like against time disorientation. It's like there's something about getting lost in the sauce there somewhere, right? Like spending time making things with your hands maybe is the opposite of getting lost in the sauce. Or it might be getting lost in the sauce, you know, who am I to say? I have some Amaretto sours and some JB Space Cakes in this crush here. Like the JB Space Cakes was a little bit too little to fill a whole chamber, so I did a little bit of Amaretto sours as well. That smells really nice. It kind of hurts me a little bit every single time I crush a piece of indoor because I know I'm not going to want to buy myself anymore anytime soon. Like my ideal hope is to not need bud until at least end of February. But I also know that indoor bud tastes better. So awa. Melty used to do metalworking. I mean, technically, I never did like bending, like not like artisanal hammer bending. I would bend with like big press machines, you know, those with like the hard edges that would like force down and like bend something. I could use those. I could use the CNC machine, so I could, you know, do laser cutting and cut things out of sheet metal. I could weld, and I can grind. You know, I can make sure my seams are clean. That I can do. But I don't know if I'm a metal worker. Not necessarily speaking. Right? I won't consider myself a professional. Tongue drums are a bit cheaper. Yeah, mallets just don't feel super cool. Exactly. Like the tongue drums are cheaper because instead of having to be super precise with your bends and those like finishings, you can just kind of like cut a line out, and then it becomes its own little tine. Is it a tine? Right? Because technically it serves the same function as one of these, right? Like it has like a place that it's solid onto, and then you plunging it makes it vibrate. Me seemingly 10 minutes into Macarena, realizing I've been trying little knots for 3 hours. Lost in the sauce. Macarena? Macarena? Into Macarena. I don't know what that means, Jovan. I'm confused. Hey Google, what is Macarena? No, that's Macarena. I don't want to look at the Macarena. Hey Google, what is macram? Oh, yeah. This is actually really cool. It's a form of textile produced using knotting techniques. So Jovan has actually been doing this, been making these knots. Like, do you want to tell us what your mom thought of her present? And I've been tying little knots for 3 hours. Lost in the sauce. Oh, Jovan is enjoying her creative project, her sticky but creative project so much that she's completely lost in it. Can I share, Jovan? Can I share the one you made for your mom? Please let me know if I can. Are you making a second one for someone? It's a craft. Macrame. Macrame. Thank you, Joy V. Thank you, Sam, for letting me know. Be ready? My mommers loved her present. Yay! I'm so happy to hear that. Love is true. Getting to hold on to my stick as well, right? This one will have to get macrame one day as well, I guess. I sat at the perfect spot. I'm not getting completely rained on. It's cooling down nicely. And now I'm going to embrace this experience. My intention for today is not getting lost in the sauce, right? Being in the sauce, all of us are in the sauce, right? The sauce of life, the sauce of reality. We're not going to escape it that way. So maybe the intention, the thing I have to ask for is clarity. Clarity, oh please for me. Don't you think about it, Rain. You stay there. Okay, I'm getting rained on now. Let me move you in a bit. Man. Indoor butt is pretty strong. Tastes nice at least though. Yeah, I'm just getting like splishy splashy now. I mean, you can see the amount of water on my pluckies. That's technically directly next to me. I bless the rains down in Africa. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Like seriously, Mama Gaia, like thank you for the rain. We can really use it. We'll take all of it. Like, it's gotten green. You can see at least, you know. So this rain is really nice for us. Wish I took pictures of the one I made for dad and sister. But I'll post moms and create the space. Thank you, dear show. Let me show you, friends. You friends sending lovin's in the general tab as well. Bless you. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. What the hell? That's weird. I don't know why that's happening, but I guess Discord likes taking me on trips. Jovan made that for her mom. Macrame. Macrame. This time I'll remember. How cool is that? Yeah, super sick. Alright then. Some baby wheat plants, happy stretching towards the clouds. True. They are getting pounded by the rain right now, actually. Now that you mention it. Suddenly I become aware that is in fact happening. Bro. Like I'm getting gently tickled by small water droplets on my back. At least it's not directly raining on me, so I'm counting my blessings. You're doing macrame. I love that. So happy that you share that fractal as well. That looks like getting lost in the sauce. Very involved, right? Very, very in the saucy. Some baby wheat plants, beautiful job, high stress training. Holy shnikes, Jovan. That is astonishing. Yeah, celebrate Jovan. Love her. Tell her how great she is. She must know. Let me just see. Yeah. It's spent enough. I was like holding out some hope that I could vaporize it again. Technically I could. Now that I feel like technically I could, part of me feels like you 100% should. But I know that that's the part of the experience that gets you a little bit more almost like calm, like goofed. Like calm to up to the point where it becomes a little bit less entertaining. Like now I'm thinking about that poor snake as well. My mind feels like it's being hijacked a little bit. How do I bring it back to stream topic? Lost in the sauce? Maybe that is what's happening to me right now. With the rain splatting on my back. Like I have to almost like be aware of my human experience, right? Like I have to eat food and I have to stay warm and dry. I have to stay comfortable. I have to stay alive. Right? And even though these things are true, I'm noticing right now how you get lost in it. Right? Like I'm lost in the sauce of like my body trying to tell me to get out of the rain right now. Where I'm having a hard time being my present self. The rain brings clarity. The rain brings life. The rain brings new information. The rain brings wealth. So much. Right? That was happening right behind me right now. Like I like to do the math, you know. I do it poorly, but I like to do it anyway. You know, that if you had to pump the water, like we can like take a bunch of different fractals and they differ in like expense, but if we had to like desalinate seawater and then pump that desalinated seawater all the way from the ocean to here, it would cost us millions. Probably hundreds of millions of dollars to get the same amount of water on the farm that just fell. And now just fell again. And now just fell again. Right? That if we had to pay for the rain, if we had to pay for every single milliliter of water that is being deposited onto the soil right now, it would cost hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And Mother Nature just gives us freely. Look at that. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is great. Oh my. There's a chainsaw standing in the rain. My brother left it there. I'm probably going to have to go and get it. Now I'm gonna get wet. You see that thing, right? I just spotted it. Damn it. That was quick. And I got like properly soaked. Bro. Let me dry my stuff off and I'll get the microphone again. Now the cold's kicking in. My phone auto caption says that the rain is giving you applause. I mean, it does have that like shh, like applause kind of feeling to it, right? So I approve. Thank you for that. Actually, the addition of essential oil is so nice too, Jovan. What a lovely present. Like adding some flavors to it. Did I miss a message? Maybe it was sent in the post. This stream is about getting lost. I think this is one of those Pirates of the Caribbean things that can only talk about once we're well and truly, well, lost. Ek was uitgehardloop het om die chainsaw te kry. Kom wat wil jy gaan hardloop nou?
Nee, ek wou maar. Toe begin dit reën.
Ek wil net sê.
Nou kan ek in reën dans.
Wel lekker wees. Net weer gaan shower na tyd. Ek het nou 'n bietjie nat geraak toe ek die chainsaw gaan kry het, maar ek's dankbaar vir die water. Ons het baie reën ons al klaar gekry actually.
Is nog wel wat maar ons kan weer eens worden. Ek dink ek gaan net aan jou aandraai, soos kyk na jou.
Raro. It might rain this. Excuse me. It might rain like this all night. I might have to go and move my plants in that case. Because I can see them getting pounded. Like I can. They're like just getting wrecked right now. Nancy, happy 2024 to you too. May it be a beautiful one. I've already switched to all messages. Thank you, Joy. I made a shepherd's pie and watched Saltburn yesterday. Saltburn? You spelled it with capital letters, so I'm gonna believe it's a show. Saltburn was an interesting meditation on psychopathy and taking down the rich. Anyone seen it? I haven't, but I probably should. Sounds good. Sounds like some good stuff. Don't you get that chainsaw? Your dad will yell at you and say it was getting a bath. Yeah, he was leaving it in the rain so it can wash all the grime off, right? And then I go, Dad, but if we're washing the grime off on the grass, that means there's gonna be a bunch of grease on the grass. And it's like, don't worry about it, bro. It's fine, he says to me. I'm like, no, it's not fine. Stop, please. Yes, it's saucing. That is coming down. I'm super grateful, but I'm thinking about my plans right now. What to do? What to do? Go get them? Put them underneath here? Yes? Do now? Do now? Don't want do? Don't want rain? Bro? I'll be fine. I'm just lost in the sauce right now. I'm thinking about everything else instead of being present. The universe is a weird way of teaching us these lessons, right? Over and over again. I bless the sauce down in Africa. Yes. Yes, toast. Like my devices are getting wet as well from all of the water spray. My back is completely wet. I'm lost in the sauce. Somebody save me. Save me. Oh, I haven't seen you since last year. Bless you. Thank you for blessing me. I'm all snuggled, still in bed. Love to you. I turned on the heat and got back into bed after yoga, man. Joy, I was thinking about watching Saltburn this morning. It was a good one, huh? I guess you're supposed to in that case, Joe. The fact that Joy V brought it with us, or brought that into our collective minds, and the fact that you've already wanted to see it, I feel like it's intentional. You need to now. Like yesterday, no, day before yesterday, when I kind of like went through the process of preparing my mushrooms that I can eat. You know, I crushed them. I mixed them with like a something acidic, some lemon juice. You know, had my little like shot basically, and I came outside. Right, like I felt this calling to be outside before drinking it. And then as soon as I walk outside, there is this enormous rainbow just like cutting over my field of vision. Just an enormous rainbow. And I felt this deep sense of like, yeah, the universe wants me to eat mushrooms right now. This is the universe's go ahead. And it felt so special. So, take those synchronicities, Joshua. Pavel Maveltov? The sauce is not kosher. The last few minutes of that movie was worth the whole movie. I'd recommend it for sure. I like those actually. The universe has placed it in front of me twice now. Good call, Melty. Bless you, Joe. I hope you have a good time experiencing it as well, man. There we go. I'm not getting directly rained on anymore. That's nice. I took a okay. Goodness. I saw RSO in your message and started reading your message thinking it's gonna be just about RSO, bro. And I thought you took a half gram of RSO for a second, and I was like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Half gram of mushrooms and a nice dollop of RSO before bed last night. Had a dream that I was on a spaceship. Duck Dad, do you have any more context? I also have had not a dream. Technically, I had a vision about being on a spaceship. Do you remember what yours was like? I can tell you my story again as well. I really like this story. It's one of my special ones. My special stories that I have found inside my own brain. The universe loves true. I want to eat mushrooms and ride on a spaceship. I mean, Earth is a spaceship, dude. It's just a big one, right? The atmosphere is our window into space. Space is being traversed by us right now. We just don't see our planet as a spaceship, unfortunately. I've been microdosing the past few days. I actually should have been microdosing the past few days, Nancy. I should have been keeping those pathways open. I think I should. I think I will take a microdose tomorrow. You know, just to like open those pathways a little bit again, because yeah, it is important to remember the things that we so often forget. Much before bed gives me sleep paralysis. I stay awake now. Yeah, me too, Toast. I also tried the mushrooms before bed. The mushrooms don't like that. The mushrooms like my presence when I take them. They don't want me being lost in the sauce, right? At least for me. Like if the mushrooms notice me getting lost in the sauce, they start kicking my ass, bro. They're like, "Oh wait, kick him while he's down, bro. He's not paying attention." They're fucking kicking my ass. So I have to be like super laser focused and present and like that's why I don't have psychedelic visuals either. Like reality stays exactly the same for me, right? And it's kind of disheartening because all of my friends have these psychedelic visuals when they eat mushrooms. And for me, it's just like depth. I see depth. I see the psychedelic nature of everything, but inside of me, not on the world kind of vibe. And if I eat mushrooms trying to sleep, it's like I can't be that present with it. We love melt story, special stories, the best. Don't you flatter me. Don't you pump my ego even more. It's pumped enough. Love is true. Thank you. Joy. On the subject of Earth being a spaceship, The Wandering Earth was fucking great. I haven't seen that one either. Sleep paralysis, gosh, what a wild experience. I've only had sleep paralysis like twice. Both of them were not great though. It's not my favorite. Sleep paralysis, seeing that I don't dream often and dreams aren't complex. It was literally just me, ADHD, running around a spaceship. I have no context. That's perfect, bro. I like that too. The Wandering Earth, the documentary. Sleep paralysis is a normal phase of sleep. Yeah, your brain technically switches off the connection you have to your body, so you don't go running around when you run in your dreams, for example. Getting high, your brain is staying cognitively aware while the body falls asleep. The Wandering Earth is a Chinese sci-fi film, Joy. It was a great ride, honestly. Was not even mad about all the pro-CCP propaganda. Nice. So, my story of being on a spaceship, Duck Dad, I was exercising, and I put myself in this plank position, like extended arm plank position, and I was like holding that, and I held and I held and I held, and I did smoke a little bit of weed, beforehand as well, and I went into this almost like subspace, if that makes sense, right? Like how you have your mind, and you can close your eyes, and then when you close your eyes, there's like sometimes black, or sometimes in the imagery, right? It was instead of being there in the black or being there with the imagery, I was in a new subspace. And that subspace I found myself within was being represented as a spaceship, right? I found myself suddenly in the hall, or in the walking area, the walking line of the spaceship. And at the end of this walking line, I could see the windows of the spaceship. And we were like piercing through space time, like fast, like going fast, so fast that with those like psychedelic like smears of reality coming across the windows, like you're going through a wormhole or something like that. Like it was that experience. So I couldn't see anything out of the window other than we're going somewhere fast. And I walk up, and there are these nooks in the side of the spaceship, right? And there's like a table and like a bunch of chairs, or like a bunch of seating positions, on like a round cushion, nooked into the side of the spaceship. And I see an entity sitting to the left of me in like the left nook, right? And instantly, upon laying eyes upon this entity, my brain articulates, oh, this is God, right? Like it wasn't like I had to like be shown something to be convinced that this is God. It was like I acknowledge and see this entity that's in front of me as God. And I tried to do that with people and with my animals as well, but it felt very stripped. It was like he was like a black figure, like a shadow figure, but I knew he was the placeholder of God in that moment. And I kind of like go into that nook, and I go and sit with him. And I trip out, right? Because now I find myself in some sort of hyperdimensional spaceship with God, right? Like that's how it felt in that moment, right? Experientially. And then I sit there and I feel this coy energy arising in me of like, I can ask God anything, right? Surely I should ask God anything. Surely asking God something would be wise, right? I might get some good information out of it. And then I articulate that want for good information as like a lack of trust, that the information I would try to extract from God would in some way benefit my life so that I will be more successful or more capable of helping people, or et cetera, right? And then I feel this sense of superiority coming up in me of like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here silently. And I feel like a sense of like, yeah, I trust God so much that I'm just going to be silent. I don't even have to ask God anything. And I get up again from like the seating position, feeling comfortable, feeling like I like proved something to myself. And I see down the hole again, and I see the rushing, right? The spaceship rushing somewhere. And I turn back to God and I go, where are we going? And as soon as the words leave my mouth, where are we going? I realize I am asking questions, right? Like I just went through this whole trip of superiority of like I'm so enlightened that I don't need to ask God any questions. And then as soon as I realize, oh yeah, I have no idea what's going on or where we're going, I turn around and ask God, where are we going? And I start laughing. And God just has this like giddy smile on his face of like yeah, like that kind of smile on his face. And then, you know, he answers me like after this whole exchange of like me laughing at myself and him realizing my own trip of, he answers me and he tells me that we're not going anywhere, right? Technically, that we're there. And it was like so obvious. It was like he said it in a way that felt like duh, like duh. Like we're not going anywhere. You are here. Right? That whole fractal, that whole analogy, I was the spaceship, right? And there is this presence of God in me. And then there is this ego self that sees this momentum of going forward into the future faster and faster and faster, so fast it's inconceivable, so fast I'm lost in the sauce. And then I ask, where am I going? Instead of just trusting God, right? Trusting God in every single one of us. God that is the one that is present, the one that just sits there with you always, watching, loving you. You are already there, dear friend. You're not lost in the sauce. You are the sauce. You are the center point of the sauce. You are where the sauce starts. Without you, there is no sauce. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for joining me and for having this conversation. Thank you, Brother Duck Dad, for letting me recant that story. I feel like I could have told it better. I need to get even better at storytelling. Damn it. But I will. Thank you for helping me practice. No, 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 no. Your mind repairs itself during sleep, and mushrooms repair the mind. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong, dude. I'm letting them do their thing while I sleep. It's like getting a tune-up at the car shop. I get that, bro. For me, it's just like the experience. Like I cannot sleep if the dose is too high, and if I do manage to sleep, like the mushrooms take me on like some dream trips, like I don't know, hectic stuff. I can say it in so many words. It might be healing for my brain, if we're gonna consider it that way, but it's like a lot of work. I like being conscious during my brain repairs. Yeah, same. Yeah, me too. I also like, having the open brain surgery and playing my violin. It makes sense. And I get it. I'm having open brain surgery. The mushrooms are touching me right now, but I'm here, I'm tuning, I'm having conversations, I'm giving my presence. On the topic of spaceships, I recommend the movie Solaris, a Soviet movie. Also the remake with the same name and George Clooney in it. What a hottie. It's fun to watch the masters at work. Sleep demons, those scary monsters. I'm convinced I'm a befriend one someday. At least I'm a try. The sleep demons are technically jokesters, Technically, they're jesters. They're not actually trying to ruin your life. They're just poking fun at you a little bit. They're being like, and you're screaming, and they're like, I fucking got you. That's technically what the sleep paralysis demons are trying to do, at least in my mind. I don't think of them as necessarily just evil in nature. Solaris is good, very slow and meditative, so I like fast action movies that go boom, avoid it. Okay, makes sense. Sounds like you might have oopsied into another dimensional visit. I've had a few of those, dude. I've had a few of those. Like with breathwork once, I also found myself in a new subspace, and that subspace was like a table in the middle of a room, and around that table was stationed a bunch of different aliens with like different physical makeups, with like different like skin, like not even skin color, but different skin, right? I don't even know how to explain that, but it was very clear to me that I was amongst creatures I do not recognize. And then they stop, and all of them turn and they look at me. And I instantly realized that I am now in some sort of intergalactic alien meeting. At least that's the way I articulate it to myself. And I have to make a case for humanity. So I did. I was like, Bratans, hear me out. I am a human being. Not all of us are all there just yet. But we're trying. There's a lot of love on our planet. Help. Help, please. Please help us. And then I left again. You know, it was kind of muddy in that moment. Was still trippy though. Jovan, they're just like any creature I imagine. They want scritches and boops, and to have someone talk to them. They do like people talking to them. Watch Hilda, season 3, episode 4. Please. Please. I'm gonna keep asking probably until you do. Until every single person in chat goes, shut the fuck up, Melt. We've already watched Hilda season 3, episode 4. We've already seen it, Melt. You can shut up now. Have you watched it? Are you watching it right now? Right? On a second screen, have it lined up. And as soon as I end this live stream, you need to start watching Hilda. Please. Because, like, that conversation me and Joy Vive had about the whole captive audience, the fact that my ideal dream is having a captive audience, they go into that fractal in that episode. Did you? Thank you, Loizana. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you love it. I hope it touches your heart. It's beautiful. It's like in my mind, and I do feel like I am biased, you know, because I do enjoy watching these type of shows after having eaten mushrooms. So I'm extra open, and I read very in to the story. Like I'm not just watching the movie, I'm watching humanity, right? Like the lesson they're trying to teach kids about humanity and how these lessons apply to the things we do as human beings, right? And like if you watch it with that lens, it almost breaks my heart how beautiful it is. And it's hard to watch sometimes, you know, because of how full and, you know, just beautiful those stories are truly. Oh no 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 no. Okay. I believe there's an instructional reference film on how to help you cold monsters incorporated. I've got an eye on you, Wazowski. I've got my eye on you, Wazowski. Well, I can't move when they visit, but I'll send mind waves. I get sleep paralysis when I tea break, and I smoke the last of my stuff on New Year's. So let the demon party commence. Well, I'm sending my demons as well. My demons are stronger. My demons are savages. My demons like eating other demons. I have hungry, hungry demons, right? And they realize, you know, by following me, they get to eat a lot. I'll eat your demons. You got demons? Okay. I feel like I'm getting lost in the sauce. Unironically, it's working. Today's stream topic is kicking in. Joe, there are some lucid dreaming techniques that can help you. They could work as well, actually. What is T break? Tolerance break or THC break, depending on how you articulate my thoughts exactly. I was reading the comments, so I missed the story. I could hear words being spoken, but wasn't tracking. It's okay, dear friend. Melty, that was a beautiful story. One of these days, you and I will have an audible conversation, and I'll share with you my visit with God.
They were pretty similar experiences. Brother Bear, I'm not even surprised. Love is true, man. Come to South Africa, Josh Mao. Come on, dude. Come to South Africa for a little bit. You would love it here as well, I'm sure. You're awesome. If you can get a grip on it, take a sober mind. Takes a sober mind, absolutely. The lucid dreaming. No sleep problems. Spawning, taking on energy. Achieving it. I started healing. Yeah. In Joe's case, intention can make the difference. All you need to do once the sleep paralysis hits is continue to breathe and just let your mind clear until the dream space arrives. Very good advice as well, Sam. But you find it, treat it like a corpse pose and meditate. Gonna check it out. Midnight Gospel, episode 8. Level feels. This one, no. No, this one is a little bit more playful. Midnight Gospel is very. Right? Like, hey, yo, there's some fucking shit going on and you need to be paying attention. Where Hilda does the exact same thing, but they communicate it very playfully, right? Like it's fun. It's a fun episode. At least in my mind, right? Like and I'm biased. I am biased because I saw myself be represented, right? Realizing I'm a fish person kind of takes me back that I'm actually, from the ocean. That I used to be an ocean creature and then I freaking got spawned on land by accident. Damn it. Watch the episode. Oh, Lois, I love that. Wait a second. I think I missed a few. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Where did I find Hilda? It's on Netflix. It's true. Hilda got an 8.6 out of 10. I'ma watch it. I added to my Netflix queue. Yeah. Fuck. Yes. Yes. If you can, eat some mushrooms. The type you can eat. Right? Mushrooms that you can eat some of those, and then watch Hilda. It will add to the depth you'll experience. Like every single season has melted me to my core, right? Like it very much is one of those things that you have to kind of like give yourself to, because it's sometimes hard to know where you're going with the story, and by committing and by just kind of like sitting through it, you'll experience a lot. Panic will mess everything up here. I know it's your instinct to panic when the figure appears, but that thing is terrifying. It's just the hind brain continuing to run threat assessment. Yeah, that. And when you panic, you're basically telling your body to start upping your cortisol and upping your heartbeat. So you start generating the hormones and the neurochemicals of panic when you panic. So it is hard not to do, but that is the best advice. Day 3 of me still not watching Hilda season 3. Episode 4. Not episode 2, episode 4, bro. The Merman episode. That one I'm super biased. Every single one of those episodes are fantastic. Watch the Giants episode as well. But watch all of them. Mandatory. I have now mandatoried. If I had to become a dictator, I would make sure all children watch Hilda. That's the only rules. Oh, you have a dictator? Yeah. He must, have like some absurd rules. Yeah, he has one. Yeah? Yeah, he's forcing our kids to watch Hilda. The TV show? Yeah. Why? Because he loves it. Oh. Checks out. Hilda's pretty cool. Season 2, episode 3. Dude, we have to watch Hilda together in Discord. I can rewatch it infinitely. Yeah. Loizana's also down. We will. Let's do that. Maybe this Saturday coming up, we'll watch some Hilda. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Let's watch season 3, episode 4 of Hilda this Saturday. Can I host a watch party on Discord of my Netflix? I'm not sure if we can do that. That's the thing that I'm wondering about as well. We did talk about the Pirates of the Cabrian, sure. Pirates of the Cabrian earlier. So, I am inspired. How is Zoberb? Thank you for asking. The pirate energy in my life is strong. Yeah, information wants to be free, is all I'll say with that. I can watch you through that on Discord. Pirate dinosaurs will rise again. Jovan, do you watch Our Flag Means Death? I forgot about Our Flag Means Death, but that is such a good one as well. Such a good show. I think I finished it though. I think I like it's only one season, right? Parrots are just mini feathered dinosaurs. You're not far off, Jaju. Lozana, I'm so unpop cultured. I've not seen a big bunch of things. Open to your suggestions though. Yeah, Our Flag Means Death is also pretty funny, especially if you like pirates and you want to see a little bit more of like a real look into the pirate world and like the social dynamics and the priorities and the things that really made a difference in people's lives. Like it's well made. Maybe I'll macrame while I watch. Yeah, that sounds like a fun time actually. I'm going to pull a card. It is 55 past 55. There's 15 friends watching. 77% on my battery here. 76. No, 46. Sorry. 46% on my battery there. Zoburb is my sweet darling baby these days. Parenthood is the bomb. How's the little crouton? Thank you for asking. I am curious. I mentioned at the end of last year, Toast, that this year is going to be the year that little Toast Malost is going to actually start having his consciousness switched on. He's going to start smiling and laughing and looking at you with fascinated little eyes. So, yeah, it's going to be a good year for you, bro. Jovan, my rooster finally got all of his tail feathers back, and he got into a fight with a raccoon. Ziggy looking fancy these days. Gets his feathers back and instantly starts a fight. There's 2 seasons! I need to watch the 2nd season in that case. I'm getting rained on again. Bruh! Bruh, 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 bruh. Bruh, 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 bruh. No, please. No, please. No, please, sir. Little crouton is blessed. Good. Even more love. Even more blessings. Shambo. Okay, I have my kalimba out. Let's pull a card, and then we'll finish our stream. Absolutely. It's a bit of a slow burn. It's true. Like, it's definitely not your traditional pirate movie, you know, to say it in so many words. But that's kind of the point of it as well, I believe. Like, it's not supposed to be a traditional pirate movie. Alright. Stream time. I'm catching up on comments. Fight of the cocoons. Glad Big Burb is flourishing. Blast, right? Going to take some time for the sleep to sort things out. I think Avatar is on HBO too. Like Avatar the blue people or Avatar the animated show? Let's see which card we'll pull. This one. Not the blue people. Not the blue people. They are blue people, right? That's not racist to say, is it? The Na'vi. Maybe I should call them by their race. Right. The Na'vi. Yeah. Yeah. The aliens. Fucking aliens. They're the aliens. You're curious about the card? This is a card, people. Red and green. I mean, those lines are green. There's red there. Toast likes it. Toast. Yeah, it is yellow. Very yellow. Look at that. You're right, Kristen. Sam says sleep paralysis, overwhelm, full goosebumps. Yes. Talking about the movie Avatar. Okay, yeah. Art Woman. This is the card you pulled as well, right? I really like this card. It's a beautiful one. Alrighty then. Card number 61. Embossing Say. There is no Avatar movie in Ba Sing Se. There is no Avatar movie in Ba Sing Se. I'm so happy. I love this place. It's great. Inner knowing and integrity. I think I'm gonna have to hold on to it, right? Inner knowing and integrity. This hard woman is filled to bursting with the radiance of universal love and light from within. She holds in her arms 3 water lilies which represent our potential for enlightenment. And she is surrounded by a vibrant feather-like geometry borrowed from a 2006 crop formation. She stands firm in heart essence and here represents the highest and best in us all. This card requests that you, man or woman, connect with this woman of heart and your own inner knowing and core integrity. How might you more fully embrace life's potential and live wholly from your heart? What must come to the surface in order for you to live your personal truth? Be not afraid. Release feelings of inadequacy and realize that by the original integrity of your soul, you are a powerful being of manifestation. You are the beloved child of God. I literally said that line in yoga today as well. You are the beloved child of God, perfect and whole, nurtured and loved. Resolve today to connect with your inner knowing and the reality of your divinity. This brilliance is fundamental to all beings. As you let your gift shine, you can also give other people permission to do the same. As you are liberated from the worry of not being good enough, your presence will without doubt liberate others. Allow your light to be a beacon of support and encouragement in someone's darkness, and it may aid in liberating them from the shadow and dullness that holds many in doubt. The sauce, literally the sauce, right? Let me read that again. That's tripping me out. As you are liberated from the sauce of not being good enough, your presence will support and encourage. Your presence will support and encourage someone's liberation from the shadow and dullness that holds many in doubt. Stand fully in your own inner knowing and trust the integrity of your heart. Trust the integrity of your heart. That is the best way to not lose yourself in the sauce, right? Love is true. Hot damn. Stop, universe. The universe sees us. The universe is like looking right at us right now, being like, skabop. Hits us with the sacred geometry card. Smokes. Love is true. You are the crown of creation. We are the crown of creation, dear friend. It is an us thing. This card looks like Mel to me every time. I see myself in this card as well. One day, I'll be able to modify myself. It's probably going to be mostly digital, you know. I'll still probably occupy physical form, but I'll glamorize in the different planes of existence. Namaskaram to you too, dear Red the Bear. Holy smokes. Can you read that line about the sauce one more time, please, Mel? Let me do that. I butchered it the second time, so thank you for asking me to do it again. I appreciate it. Okay. It goes like this. Let me start with the one just before, actually. This brilliance is fundamental to all beings. As you let your gifts shine, you also give other people permission to do the same. As you are liberated from the worry of not being good enough, your presence will without doubt liberate others. Allowing your light to be a beacon of support and encouragement in someone's darkness may aid in liberating them from the shadow and dullness that holds many in doubt. That shadow and dullness is the sauce, right? That holds us in doubt because it's like shadow and dullness. The only thing that you can take a shadow away with is light, right? And you are that source of light. The dullness is like the so how are you or whatever, right? Again, it's us. That's the sauce. Like we can get so caught up with the world that we can make ourselves dull, right? Like the all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You know, again, the sauce. Stand fully in your own inner knowing and trust the integrity of your heart. Thank you, Noazana, for absorbing it fully. Did you tell your family you fed them Beetlejuice last night? No, technically there was no Beetlejuice, right? Like there was the food that got taken out of the containers that got put on the fire, and then there was like a little brush that you would like take some of the basting off and then put it on the meat. And then while I was busy with that process, most of it already got basted. A beetle flew into some of the sauce on those little trays. Right. So fortunately, none of them ate any beetle last night. And if I did, I would not say anything because they wouldn't know. You cannot taste the beetles. Yesterday, I drank a bunch of lemonade that had a bunch of beetles that drowned in it. It tasted like lemonade. I did think about throwing it away. I won't lie, but I tasted it first. I was like, if this tastes like stink bug, that flavor of stink bug, if it tastes like that, I'm not drinking it. And then I tried it, and it tastes like lemonade, and I was like, and I haven't dropped dead yet, you know. So Beetlejuice. I drank the Beetlejuice last night. Don't let these synchronicities be forgotten when you find yourself feeling confused or feeling unseen. Let this place remind you love is true. Thank you, Joshmo, for reminding me too, bro. Beetlejuice. Say it one more time. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. No! Kristen. All work and no play makes Jack a doughboy unless he got modded as a youth by sun poisoning a few times and now shines. My dad shines. I also want to be modded by sun poisoning. That sounds hardcore, dude. I'm going to mod myself one day, so getting modded by sun poisoning sounds like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like modded? Like modded to me means to modify, right? And to modify in my mind is a good thing. We only modify things that have become obsolete.
Surely. Carl Jung's explanation of synchronicity. Reference the beetle is true, a scarab. Right. One of his clients was telling him about this dream that she had about a scarab, and then in the middle of the conversation, a scarab flew into his window. I think Carl Jung, like he even mentioned like that shit messed with him for a long time. Like it wrecked him a little bit. He didn't. It wasn't that good for him, unfortunately. Shakes a road. Sun poisoning hypes the nervous system in a way that it opens more spiritual possibilities for people in his presence. That's really cool. I wouldn't recommend you get sun poisoning though, so I don't know how I feel about that information. Let's play some kalimba, shall we? Ik speel nog kalimba. Ik heb nog 2 minuten waarom, hè? Ik speel mijn kalimba. Ik speel niet voor 3 minuten. 2 minuten hoor. I did not get lost in the sauce. You're actually right, Joy. Didn't even break a sweat. Didn't even stumble a little bit. Thank you for the lovins. Those ladies who walk around in the 40s looking like their leather handbags, that's because they had a tanning addiction in their 20s and they stayed in the sun all damn day. Bless them and their choices.
I guess for some people, some yogis take scorpion poison because it keeps you laser focused. I take psychedelic mushrooms as a yogi. I'm not going to take scorpion poison though. You can get laser focused by smoking meth as well. You know. No, thank you. No, I mean, no, thank you. I don't want to drink scorpion poison. Like, how do you get it even? Like, what's the process of acquiring the scorpion poison? Oh goodness, my mind is getting tripped out. Most physical trauma can result in elevated levels of reception in other parts of the body. It's like a direct byproduct of the body trying to overcompensate for the pain. Opens the ouch chakras, I think. Every time I hit my thumb with a hammer, I start talking to God. Coincidence? I think not. That checks out actually, bro. I like that. I think I missed. I think one of yours is missing. No, 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 no. Sometimes I feel like an emotional can manifest, like emotions can manifest itself physically too. We're such powerful brains to be able to do that to ourselves. Harness your power. Yeah. Yo, you're talking about energy. Mel can talk. Love is true. Seriously though, yes, a physical jolt can awaken some impressive parts of my brain, but were seemingly dormant. I have those experiences with like meditation, psychedelics as well. So even with like yoga, like if you do the exercises, you'll also like find some parts of yourself being activated. Yo, I think we all somatize our emotions. Hey Google, what is somatize? Manifest through physical symptoms. We are somatizing our emotions. Jaju, thinking about the relativity of feeling good and bad when we have a stopped up nose, breathing later feels so much lovelier than usual. It's that contrast, right? The pain chakra has to be activated so that you can really appreciate contrast, right? The contrast. There is our Joified Shan message. Are you ready to have the most dazzling day, everyone? Your for realsers and truthsies, so mega super duper venerated, mellifluous, Meltmore, and all of you oh so very whimsically, dazzlingly, daydreamingly. Quatically? Quasotically? Sinusurely? Languorously? Mellifluously? Halcyonically? Luminously nebulous, quaintly utopianly, authentically wholesome, humanimal critter creatures swimming in the sauce. Damn. Those words had me lost in the sauce for a second there, bro. Thank you, Jovan, for expanding my mind so I can learn these new words. Quixotically. Quixotically. Obviously. That word means quixotically. You know, because of that S after the que. You know. There's no S, Mel, it's an X. Then why the... And why put X? Quixoxolately. Jovan. Hallas. Halla psionically. That one is nice. Hey Google, define hallucinonically. I think I butchered the second time. Hey Google, define hallucinonically. My poor Google is having its brain melted, bro. I don't think it hears that word much. Like Don Quase. That's the word. No, I'll read it. Don Quase. No, Mel. It's Don Quaxoto. I don't know. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for joining me. My family has called me a little bit earlier as well. So I'm going to go and say hi. I'll send your friends lovin's as well. I love you. Thank you for joining me again today. Spending a moment for Not getting too lost in the sauce. You saw that as well, right? I'm not tripping out. Am I lost in the sauce right now? I hope not. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for joining me, for sharing this moment. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.